Hello, welcome back, and may this message go to every and anyone that needs it right now. You're right where you need to be. It may not feel like it, I understand that more than anyone, but there is a cycle to life. There is it's like a layer. It's a layer of onion, and you almost feel like, oh my god, this is absolutely unbearable. I feel lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. That is another layer. That thing in of itself. You're working on the resistance right now. You're working on a life that a past life of you is leaving. Many, actually hundreds of past lives are leaving you. You're breaking ancestral patterns. You're learning lessons that are going to last the test of time. And you're doing it in an iconic way. But you don't see it that way. You're seeing kind of this mess of a construction, and it's confusing, and it's like cloudy. This is a really good sign. So the King of Cups represents a movement forward emotionally, and it represents like knights are fast moving action. They're ready to go. It could represent a romantic offer, but in this instance, I feel like you are developing this sense of, I don't really care about all this external thing that we think we want. I want to be on point. I don't want my mind messing me up anymore. I don't want to nurture negative thoughts anymore. I see how it's manipulating my life. Like, I see how it's ruining and manipulating my life. I'm creating from it very quickly. You're creating from it very quickly. When you're getting messages, this is Lumerian quartz. When you're getting messages, you might be negating them, and you might be covering them over with negative thoughts, but underneath all of that is what you're looking for. So you're feeling lost as if you have to find something. You're feeling lost as if you should be knowing exactly where you're going, but that's not at all what we're supposed to be focusing on. Like, I was just listening to a meditation regarding the Buddha and how he dealt with things and how he came to his teachings and his like state of being. Okay, how he came to different emotions, how he was able to overcome aspects of his mind. And it's not in the doing and trying to do more work to cover over the things that you feel like you're lacking and force. It's more about wiping away and stopping action so that you can listen to your inner voice. That inner voice is crying for your attention because you're very hurt by what that did to you in your past. What you'll find is that you'll 333 move back into, oh my god, my father was never in my life. This is how this is affecting me now. Oh my god, I remember when a situation that had the same energetic signature happened in a different part of my life when I was really young. That is what you're grieving. That is what's keeping you, that weight is what's keeping you confused, because you're trying to dance around the weight of that situation and all the situations, the trauma. You're trying to dance around the weight of the trauma, and you're confusing yourself in your mind and manipulating yourself to not feel your emotions, to be kind of like clever, to like not have to go there and not have to feel that for good reason. But it's creating a stagnancy in your reality. It's creating a greedy sort of energy, as in okay, how does this relate to feeling lost? Like, as in, I'm holding on to these negative thoughts. I'm holding on to the manipulation I'm doing to myself, which we're becoming more aware of, as a way to understand what's happening. If this is making sense. You're putting yourself in a crossroads. But if you can stop for a second, like literally stop your thoughts, sleep, well, I'm not allowed to say clinical words. I was gonna say, like, when you're feeling very sad, how the word depression in general, this is not medical advice, but I'm saying, like, the word in general means deep rest, like depression. Like you are needing, this is not medical advice, but I'm saying, like, if you're very sad, there's like a weight that wants you to be, it's like you're being shoved down. And if you allow by yourself, which I have a lot of compassion for this, as you're doing that to yourself, you're telling yourself, stop. I need to, stop. I don't want to do this. Stop. I need rest. Stop. I can't handle it. You're telling yourself stuff when you're being really, really sad. You're in your mind telling yourself, like, stop. And what we want to be aware of is, okay, that aspect of me is choking me and saying really intensely, stop. I'm going to be aware that is happening to me. I'm going to be aware of the fact that I'm doing that in an aspect of me. I'm going to be aware of the fact that I woke up like risen from my bed and go, fuck, I have to do a dish. I have to, I'm gonna just leave it, cause fuck it. Like, that's just something, there's nothing wrong with thinking that. It's just a passing experience that you're becoming aware of. And then the more and more and more you start to feel this aspect of you, the more and more you'll be able to understand what it's needing. Okay? So, let's pull another card from this is going to create mastery over your life. I understand that you feel you don't know what ways this is gonna go. It could be a situation. It feels more like a purposeful, like your path forward. Like why am I going through this stuff? Like, you actually just ended a really, really hard cycle. And it took a lot in you to end this cycle. And it could be a past cycle that you were familiar. It's just that you were very familiar with the energy of this past cycle, and it's dying. It's dying off. And it feels kind of, at this point, you're ready to create something new. You're making it so you're not going super fast forward. You might be a little stagnant forward, but you are, in essence, ready. You're preparing your mind, at least. I'm seeing a card right here I need to pull. You're pairing. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. You're preparing your mind in the negative aspects that you're letting go, being aware of the manipulative aspects. You're doing this all while you're feeling lost, by the way. So loss is just a cover emotion or it's like a cover for the fact that, actually, the work that I'm doing is some real fucking shit. It is some, like, architectural shit. Like, I see scaffolding, I see you're doing shit. It just doesn't look like you're going anywhere, or you're going, like, you could be in this space where you're like a little numb, but you're doing that inner work to where you can't see the stuff that's happening. You can't see all of this growth that's happening underneath the soil. Like, you just, and in that meditation, or that, like, this audio thing that I'm listening to, it's like there's a type of bamboo that takes 4 or 5 years to show itself above ground, and you still have to water it every day. You still have to go there and like tend the weeds and like make sure, and then at a certain point it just grows 90 feet very quickly. So you're and that's what I'm seeing, the scaffolding. It's like you're making yourself, and he just bit this piece of wood. He likes this, and the stone in the middle represents unconditional love, and it was gifted me in a intentional gift giving ceremony. And okay, so you don't understand that, like, and I wear it over my heart. It fits exactly the way I put it. I had to make it bigger to go over my head and my hat and stuff, and well, whatever hat I was wearing at the time, and it sits directly on my heart chakra. So listen, and look at this guy. He's holding his sword over his heart chakra. It's like you're protecting yourself with your mind. You're letting go of manipulative emotions, like manipulative tactics mentally. Think of like a negative mother aspect. Think of like a negative female in your, or how you perceived as female in your growing up, like a negative feminine aspect that of your bringing up, of your upbringing, which could have been like teacher, it could have been like someone that picked on you a lot. I'm getting like a bully, but a female. And the way that happens is more like, I'm also getting bullying in like middle school, and like women, like groups of women, like you could be a male too, but just like the groups of women just like either ostracizing you, but it doesn't feel isolated completely. It feels like you're still connected, but you're isolated and connected. So sometimes when you're connecting with your dreams and you're feeling these things coming to fruition, you feel a sense of loss, because you're like, well, when I was feeling connected to a group, I still felt othered, because they're seeing your light, and they're oh my god, you feel lost because of the light that you're cultivating, and you just like don't have an example. Ugh, I feel like crying. You don't have an example around you to show you that it's okay. And maybe this is why you found this video. Like, honest to God, you're right where you need to be. Just be with me here for a second. I go through these cycles. I understand. I don't make videos all the time, and then what am I doing? I'm cultivating, like you are right now, in the dark of my mindscape, and then I somehow come back to this stuff. So it's like you're coming back to your conscious work, you're coming back to your gifts, you're coming back to these things that are actually real, that you might just negate because of that bullying figure in your life. The queens are reversed, and then you're bringing in this divine masculine aspect of yourself to come and help you. Not overpower, none of the misogyny shit. It's just like you're actually just using yourself to become aware of when you're doing the manipulation. And I just feel like pulling the rug out from under you, like doing things that are not physically abusive, but it's just mentally like really fucking with you, like a joke, like but it's like socially you're been picked on socially, and it just feels like in a sly way, like, and then they like laugh at you, and you're just like, what did you say? Like, and maybe they're not even doing anything, and they're just saying, but they're making you seem like there's something wrong with you, and you're questioning yourself, like, well, what, like, what is it? And you just question yourself a lot because of those experiences, or because of that feeling that's rising within you. But just understand, you're building wisdom that you don't even know how to handle yet. You're building the house, like you're building the way to house the things that you're going to be bringing into the world. I just saw 1444. So like the foundation and like the pioneering foundation of what you're here to do. Like, you're waking up every single day. There's something you're here to experience, and you're a part of source, you're a part of God. You're expanding so that source energy, God, can learn through you, so that you learn, so that your soul then keeps that information. So you're not just on, this is just a little piece to the journey, this feeling of feeling lost and feeling like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All you have to do is keep waking up. You will figure it out. You came in here with a blueprint. I'm talking some stuff, but if it resonates, it resonates, okay? You came in to the body, to this existence with the blueprint, and you convene every night when you go up. When you go into different states of consciousness, you reconvene to be able to, with your spirit guides, with higher ascended masters, and your soul group. Your soul group meets you in your dreams. Your soul group is around you right now energetically. They are thinking about you too. If people, like, you want an intentional community, you want groups, you want people that actually see you, intimacy, like emotional intimacy, where it's like, yo, I see what you're doing, I see the work that you're doing, I see how you're feeling, I see, you know, and there's no strings attached to that, like, but it's just you're seeing into other people, like, I see what you're moving through, and you know, I'm here for that. Like, I'm here to listen to that, or I'm here to be present while I watch you go through that, through this year. So wow. And it's like your soul family, you're gonna feel this resonance, like a home type of feeling, where you could move through those things, but what you're moving through has been so much because you had a lot to release. So it's like the people that you're meeting on the soul journey thus far are doing the same thing. So there might be in and out because you're both releasing, you're all of you guys, like there's multiple people that you'll meet, and you probably already met some, but that you'll be moving into this, as you're moving into this new earth, you're going to be still connected. And it has to do with your vitality and creation in the world. You're going to find them when you have the vitality that you're cultivating at this moment. So just recognize that you came in here with a blueprint. You came in here with guides that you can ask upon. If you feel like you can't come to a space of neutrality, or you're really, really sad, guides, my spirit guides, my higher self, please, and let's ask this for you, your guides, your spirit team, your higher self is going to meet you in those aspects, in those times of your life, and especially right now when you feel really lost, when you feel the most hopeless, when you feel like you don't know what to do, you can't really go on because you don't know what the fuck to do, and you're so upset, and you don't like the previous choices that you're making, and you don't know how to change them. Or you come to a space of neutrality and you don't know where to go next. You don't need to know that. You don't need to know how. You pray. Spirit team, higher selves, meet everybody that's seeing this, that they're gonna meet you in the moments of feeling the most lost and the most hopeless, and meet them right now. Take a breath to feel that in your heart. I felt it in my heart. I felt an illusion kind of change to realness. These feelings that feel really fresh and clean are not just random feelings. They are your spirit guides. That is your higher self. That is a frequency of God. It's not just, I'm doing this to feel good. No, you're doing this because you're connected to other souls and your spirit team and your other things, we're just in a separate reality because we're experiencing this right now, but you're connected energetically. Energy doesn't lie, ever. So if you feel connected, there actually is a connection. You don't have to do anything about that. You don't have to change it. You don't have to run from it. You could go, it just feels like this unconditional love. If you can't feel that right now, let's just bring the feeling in as much as you can understand and feel right now, as much as you can house right now. Let's just bring a little bit of that in. If you don't want to receive it all the way, I am feeling your heart open up though. Let's just take a second. we're just gonna be aware of everything that comes up while we do this, but bring in the energy here. Even just a little, just let the light shine in there a little bit. All you need is a drop of that. As often as you can remember, you can call in your spirit guides. I just saw 2020 as well. You know what you're doing here. What you're doing is uncovering. You're having fun with this. It doesn't have to be serious, although it feels serious. We're gonna just take the seriousness and look at it and go, okay, I see that I'm like going like this, and I gotta do all this stuff perfect and I can't fucking do it right. And we're just noticing we're doing that. And my car, and like, oh, I'm doing it again. And then my money, and then the people, and you're just doing it again. And you're releasing. You just are like, you're lightening your grip. Go like this, and you go, oh. And you're just dropping it. You're just, okay, I don't need to think about that right now. Okay, and you're making a practice of letting go. And it's going to help your lost feeling kind of subside and pass through you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments though. I love you.